Well, hello, one and all out there in internet land. Today is Three Kings Day, Friday, January 6th. My name is Lenny Hernandez, and allow me to welcome you to the very first episode of Arrow Nicely News for the year 2023. I hope you all had a safe and happy New Year's celebration, that you are sticking to your resolutions, and that you are ready for some of the nicest news you have heard thus far this year. Today, we are learning about Arrow's 12 Days of Christmas Culinary Extravaganza. The 12 Days of Christmas is a part of Arrow's larger 45 Days of Holiday Cheer, but these 12 days are specifically for the talented chefs and culinary artisans in our communities to create delicious meals, beverages, desserts, and more around the themes of the 12 Days of Christmas song. Be prepared, because if your stomach isn't growling now, it will be soon. Welcome to Arrow Nicely News. To learn more about the 12 Days of Christmas Culinary creations, I caught up with friend of the show, Josh Beauchamp, Arrow Senior Living's Regional Culinary Director.
Yo, Josh, what's happening?
Hey, Lenny, how's it going? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Let's talk all about the 12 Days of Christmas here. What is it?
Yeah, so the 12 Days of Christmas are when we're working through the 12 days based on the song. It starts on Christmas Day, and then we go 12 days in. And we tie in a culinary challenge for each one of the days. And it's one of our great traditions. There's a lot that we get to do with the 12 Days of Christmas. It opens engagement, not only amongst our residents, but with our culinary team members as well, and other team members throughout the community as they get engaged in what's going on. It's just fantastic. I love this time of year.
And how has the reception been with the residents?
It's been really, really great. Last year, we first rolled it out, and, we kind of were finding our footing. So we got some positive feedback. But this year, the culinary teams have been really dialed into it this year. We've seen some really good stuff, and the residents have reacted. Right? Like they really enjoy what we're doing. And it gives them an opportunity to taste some things they might not normally taste. It gives our culinary teams an opportunity to provide some things that they might not usually use. And so it's been really good. It's been exciting for me because I love to see this level of engagement. I love to see what they're doing and what they're putting out and challenging themselves and the residents as well. So the feedback's been great. This year is the first year that we've really seen them work with their teams, right? They tapped into their sous chefs, their line cooks, the servers were able to take a role in that. And when we see that, then we start to see a little bit different presentation, right? So I might know what one culinary director is normal for or recognize that plate, but then I'd go on there and see something a little bit different and think, oh, wow, who did that? And then I'd see it was a sous chef. Or I would see it was their AM cook, or I would see a server holding one of their drinks. And for me, and I think I speak for most of the culinary leadership, when we see that level of engagement, we see that level of teaching and motivating and mentorship, we know we're on the right path. We know that we're headed in the right direction. And that, I think, is what it made so special this time around.
Getting everyone involved.
Everyone involved. Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
That's in something just as little as that creates all of this.
Oh, the ripple effect is tremendous. Yeah, without question.
Well, let's get into some of these days then, John.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. So on day one, we did a pear dessert. And again, we're going based off the song. So partridge in a pear tree, we did a pear dessert. Second day were 2 turtle doves. We did a turtle dove cocktail. And the cocktail, was kind of left up to what they wanted to do, but turtle dove was the idea. Day 3 was 3 French hens. We said to them, use anything with chicken, right? Any dish that you want to put forward with chicken. 4 calling birds. We asked them to use game birds, anything but chicken during that day. And so we saw a lot of fun dishes then too. Day 5 was 5 golden rings. So they did a stromboli. And the idea is they slice the stromboli and you have the golden ring. Six was six geese a lane. Anything with an egg. Egg dish. Egg dish is what we were looking for. Seven was seven swans a swimming. And anything that swims. It was where we wanted to go with that. So you saw a lot of seafood that day, of course, because they swim. Day 8 was 8 maids of milking. The milkshake challenge. Some of these milkshakes, I was almost headed out to certain communities because they were just incredible. Really, really unbelievable. Number 9, 9 ladies dancing. And it was the use of lady fingers. So we definitely encourage them to use lady fingers. We saw a lot of tiramisu, but there were a couple other trifle dishes that incorporated the fingers as well. Number 10 was Lords a Leaping. We came up with a unique take on a classic British dish, bangers and mash or shepherd's pie. A unique take on that dish is where we wanted them to head with that one. Number 11 was 11 Pipers Piping, and this was a pipe away. Yeah, they could pipe anything they wanted. Desserts, a lot of Dutchess, potatoes. Again, if it was piped, that's what we wanted to see. So, and then the final day, the 12th day, was 12 drummers drumming, and it was breadsticks. So their fun take on breadsticks and putting some breadsticks on the table. So that was the 12 days right there in a nutshell. A lot of work, right?
Yeah,
I
sounds
think
like a lot of work.
recognizing the amount of work that went into it, and I often use the 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance, and I think that this was a really good testament to that. It wasn't something that they could just wake up and go try to figure out. You could tell that they really planned this out, proper planning, and we had a great performance.
Josh Beauchamp, thank you so much for being here and showing me all these things. Because, oh man, all this stuff. I'm excited. I wish yes, I'm super hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure talking to you, Lenny. It was great to see you again.
Thank you so much, Josh, for teaching us all about the 12 Days of Christmas and all about the amazing dishes, drinks, and desserts that our brilliant teams created. Another huge shout out to the community's culinary departments for their incredible work and their dedication to making unforgettable foods and magical holidays for the residents. And that will do it for this week's episode of Arrow Nicely News. What an incredible 12 days of Christmas it's been. If I could, I would have been at every single one of those communities every day to try all of those dishes because they looked unspeakably good. Nom, 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 nom. I hope you all have been eating good through the holidays, and I'm gonna go and grab a bite myself right now because all that food made me hungry. Have a wonderful weekend, an even better weekend. We will see you all in 7 days' time for another episode of Arrow Nicely News.